Drift on the frozen face of time. Unlikely guide, I will follow you. Stay by my side, see tomorrow through. Two roads merging in one line. What would you give of yourself to stay steadfast? Could you shed all of the ethics of your past? What would you give of yourself to be the best of us at last? Bent on a wasted grace, twist upon a face replaced. Phantom felt a mask of dread. Damn the guilt, my past is dead. And I wait for the night. Shadows protect my angel in white. Time to eject these vain parasites. Cast out, reject the plague in all your hearts. 'Cause the sad, sad faces of the weary and worn live in bad, bad places that are dreary and torn. And a distant daughter calls me to your side, to be your guide. Wrapped up in your velvet sheets, far above the hellish streets, you're strapped inside your wealthy keeps. Piss on corners where we sleep, and this town's paranoid, blinking and jumping down in the void. A sinking and dumping ground to avoid the stink of the pumping plague in all your hearts. And the sad, sad faces of the weary and worn live in bad, bad places that are dreary and torn. And a distant dawner calls me to your side, be your guide. Shades of the whales in the tainted deep, maimed and impaled in their pain they sleep. The faded and frail in the laneways weep, broken souls in mourning. And the sad, sad faces of the weary and worn live in bad, bad places that are dreary and torn. And a distant dawner calls me to your side, to be your guide. On rooftops high, be your guide. Shades of the whales in the painted deep, maimed and impaled in their pain they sleep. The faded and frail in the laneways weep, broken souls in mourning.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. I thought by eliminating half of life, the other half would thrive. But you've shown me that's impossible. I'm thankful. Because now, I know what I must do. I will shred this universe down to its last atom. And then, create a new one. Knows not what it is lost, but only what it has been given. A grateful universe.
I said we'd lose. You said
We'll do that together, too. We lost. You weren't there. I am inevitable.
Oh, hi. Okay, so first of all, that should be there. Ah! Why are you broken? There's no available camera input. I disagree. Sorry about this. Whenever I cast on this day, it always gets a little awkward. Discord, give up my camera. Okay, so we've got that. And then I can say this program, you've got you. God darn it. Fantastic. Okay, there's that. And then I don't need that filter on. We'll go ahead and use this one. A little bit more normalized. Hello. Invisible Rocker. Okay, we are here in Cursed Hall. We are playing with Under Newb management, going up against Start Slow then Taper Off. We do go on Johanna and Diablo being the first two banned out. Okay, we're caught up. We do go ahead and have some map bans. I will say that Start Slow then Taper Off hate fun and did get rid of Brax's Holdout. Boo on them. Ladies and jelly spoons. We do also go ahead and we have Volskaya and Alterac, the beginning and the end of the alphabet taken out by Under Newb management. And then the second ban for Start Slow did end up being Skoy Temple. Look at that. I didn't even have to go to the screen to tell me. I remembered. Boop, 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 boop. Hello, Line Bus. Yeah, slightly less spooky Raka. That filter is not appropriate, not appropriate. I didn't get a drink. I meant to get a drink. That we had a big delay, but I was on and I didn't want to walk away from the person I was on the phone with. We do go and have the Dehek and Dahaka being the first one out. This is a big map. This is a massive map. This is a map. This is a map that makes other maps seem small. Cursed Hall comes along and freaking no, Infernal is still available. We're not playing on it yet. And Line Bus, don't tell them. How very dare. We do have Tech and Dahaka. We do go and have Falsehead. So a global versus global. Falsehead also able to fly away, but they do not take the Brightwing. Brightwing was available and they said no. They take Anduin, the Fun Police. Fun Police going to go ahead and get the Under Newb management people out of the way. Get out of the way. How are all of you doing today? I'm doing pretty well. I need to do my nails again, though. Da, 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 da. So the Junkrat coming out. So we don't yet have a healer, and yes, we do have Brightwing taken out. I mentioned Brightwing before. That probably means we'll go end up with Stukov. Stukov is the other of the big three. I'm wearing my fire shirt again. That's hot. We do go in. We don't yet have a tank on this side or an offlaner. I don't really think Dahaka is going to be afraid of anyone. So I would not be surprised to see a tank pick or a hyper carry. Like Novala's already banned. So like Hanzo maybe. Zeratul, if they've got a really good Zeratul. Nope, it is a tank. They get rid of the Anubrak, the Beetle King, more like the Beetle Band. Da, 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 da. Do, da, da, do, da, da. So we do go ahead and have the Greymane coming out. That when I was thinking of hypercarriers, Greymane was another one that was like on the tip of my tongue. I didn't actually say it, but I thought about it. And going the hell. I'm sorry, I refuse to see that as anything but the Hellboy skin. We do also have ETC coming out, so it's going to be ETC against Muradin, the dwarf versus the cow. No offlaner yet for the side of Underdue Management, so we do not know who Dahaka will be matching up against. Malby, you are being flattering. We do go and have Sylvanas, and it's actually Malfurion, not. Oh, derp, because Stukov is banned right there. How did I not notice that? We do have Malfurion, so we did end up having both Brightwing and Stukov banned out, and of course Anduin taken by Lumi. So we will have Malfurion being taken by Arlu. So Malfurion is kind of similar to Stukov in that he has a little circle you put on the ground, being like, this part in particular, screw you if you stand there. There's Valera. Welcome, welcome. Ooh, Imperious. Duck coming out with the Stab Daddy. Yes, yes, I'm going to call him Stab Daddy. You can't stop me. None of you can. My stream, my rules. Also, thank you for the resub, Malby. I didn't say that because it happened while I was not on camp, and I almost forgot it. But then I remembered because I'm amazing. I will get predictions up. Put your money where your mouth is. Tell me who you think will win the series, and I will see you in the game in just a second. All right, a little bit of a longer loading. Some of these people apparently just got into the game. That's the thing. The first load always takes longer than subsequent loads. So oftentimes, you can always tell who hasn't warmed up. But we do go and have on the side of Underdue Management here in the blue trunks. We have Lumi coming out with the Anduin. Silver coming out here with the ETC. Birdie on the Birdie. How perfect is that? We do go and have Alan by default coming out here on the Greymane, and Duck on Imperious. Not playing Darkwing. Come on, Birdie's on the Birdie. Why can't Duck be on the Duck? Cloud of smoke and he appears, master of disguise. Meanwhile, on the side of Start Slow Then Taper Off, we have Honey Badger not giving a heck coming out here and playing the Heckin' Dahaka. Arlu coming out here on the Malfurion. Shadow Droid, excuse me, playing the Junkrat. We have Xenochrist onto the Muradin, and Zero Day Attack playing Sylvanas. Yeah, that's a lot of abilities all used together, just like bup, 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 of abilities. That is a very technical term. This is a very, very, like, let me turn the game up some. You'll be able to hear a little bit better than that, I say. That still feels really, really soft. Let me know if, is it loud for you guys? Do it. Oh, wait. You know what? I know what it is. Let me turn this down so I don't blow your eardrums out. 1 second, guys. Come out. I was like, I have it turned down some. That's why it's not as loud as I'm used to. There we go, a little bit better. We do have Duck down here. There is the big old stab, or the big old slide followed by stab. Shadow Droid takes a bunch of damage. There's a little bop, 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 and Shadow Droid will get out of here. Silver going ahead and catching some grenades in his cow booty. We do go ahead and meanwhile have Sylvanas coming out here making short work out of this camp. And meanwhile, Anduin and Alanduin taking out the Bruiser camp. Shadow Droid, are you trying to make them think you left? What's going on, buddy? What's going on, buddy? Meanwhile, up top, we do go down the fall stat. The battle of the ranged. Globals is probably the term. I just noticed that Valyria used the Lurka mode, and I immediately was like, "There's Valyria." Whoops. Oh.
Heroes, gather tribute and earn my
Yeah, apparently the Junkrat was just trying to like make them think that they left down here and waiting for the Imperials to try and come in, and when he got the kill, that is 1 for 1 in terms of kills, both of them going in, and we are now Shadow Droid moving up here away from the tribute. Tribute does spawn in about 15 seconds. So I'm not 1,000% sure that this is the play. Oh my god, Honey Badger! Honey Badger, you should start giving up. Crizzo coming into my chat. He ain't never been a newbie. He ain't gonna start now. Alright, Lumi does go ahead and pick up the first tribute. Obviously, when you get to all 3, then all of the map defenses for your opponent turn off. All of their minions go down to 1 hit point, and all their cannons stop firing, except for the core. The core is stronger than the curse. Oh, this might be a mistake. They are rotating all the way up here to try and contest them instead of counter pushing somewhere else. They lost a lot in that. Will they be able to get a Honey Badger? The answer is no, Honey Badger. Honey Badger goes ahead and wiggles on out of there. Wiggle, 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 yeah?
Shall we see who gathers enough tribute this time?
Second curse coming up. Second curse is on the side of Underdue Management. So, will be a difficult engage, but to start slow and taper off, really want to go down to, like, make or break every time. They stole a cow! Honey Badger stole a cow! Now, there is a lot of people up here. Duck cannot defend this. There are way too many people. Arlo going to go ahead and start channeling this down. They're just pushing in. Honey Badger has come back up here to be a little bit harassy. But that is obviously 1 versus 3, so we're not going to see anything done. But there is, okay, they do end up giving that up. So we are at 1 curse apiece for both of our 2 magnificent teams. Another one bites the dust.
Heroes slay, gather tribute.
I'm always in the wrong place.
The choice is simple.
Alright, so we do go and have another one. Now we do have level 10 unlocked on the side of Underdue Management, so they have a slight advantage going in here. Actually, not slight. 10 is huge, so they actually commit to this. They should be able to take it, but will they commit to it? We do have Imperius coming in for the top. There comes Duck. Alright, there is the Malfurion. Malfurion getting the roots down. Shadow Droid takes a bunch of damage. Oh, more than a bunch of damage. Alan by default coming in there with the Greymane. There comes the cow looking in there. Shadow Droid having to move back. Does not have a lot of health left. There is a little bit of a fight happening up here. Alan by default moving back. Let's go ahead and zoom out a little bit. Boop. Nice, protected, by the way. So much damage going through. We do go and have the Dahaka. Dahaka consuming essence, trying to stay in this fight. Here comes Shadow Dray from the side. We do go and have Imperius. Imperius goes into the roots, is not able to actually make it through. There's the stab. Stab coming through on Xenochrist, going to hold them in place. We do go and have Arlu going back and forth and back. Super, super low health point, but no one actually going down just yet. Healers going out of their minds trying to keep this up right now. And we do go and have the Gust coming out of Fawcett, pushing them back. But they are moving back in here. Duck looking in this. There is the stab through, and the thing through hits the Christ. There is AG Silver in the area. The 0 day super, super low, and Sylvanas goes down. The Banshee Queen going back to the grave site.
Has destroyed a fort.
And it does look like at the end of a very, very tumultuous encounter, we will have Undernew Management taking the second objective. Going up 2-1 in tributes. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and have a... Do you get a constellation prize when you won? You'll take this as a constellation prize. You won, you don't get a constellation prize. Well, we're taking it anyway. Get up, get down. Alright, Zero is down here, but Birdie is in the area. Hey, Birdie. Birdie, Birdie, Birdie. Falstad is scary.
Squabbling. Gather tribute. Earn my favor.
So that is 6 kills to 1 in favor of Undernew Management, and they are about to potentially pick up their third curse. Sylvanas is down, and it does not look like their opponents are moving in order to intercept this. So I do think we've got a under curse management about to be coming up. All right, and there indeed we go. That poor Banshee. I don't usually feel sorry for the undead, but that just feels mean. Nice pickup. They should have another one coming through. Meanwhile, in the middle, they've actually got no one soaking top. They've already taken top, which is part of the reason, but there's no one up there actually picking that up. They are up to level 14. Here comes Duck. So this is going to be the hat trick. They should get all 3 forts out of this. Honey Badger knows how to party. He keeps it rocking. I have songs stuck in my head. I apologize. Except I don't really apologize because I think it's cute. I apologize for being cute. No, I don't. Way too vain for that. Alright, we do go ahead and have Undernew Management moving over and picking up their boss. Going to start pushing that down the bottom of the map. Yeah, they were a bit late to start this, and here comes the rest of the team. This is going to be another battle on the point. They cannot focus on the boss. The boss is too healthy still. They're going to go ahead and move into that. There's a big stab. Dahaka going ahead and consuming some essence. There is some nice boot back. Duck is out of the fight for just a second. There's the Gus. Disengage happens through. Neither team losing anyone just yet. A number of ults have been used. We still do have Go for the Throat and Mosh Pit. And Imperius is up. But on the other side, we do have Rip Tire and Isolation, I assume. Is that Isolation? Oh, that's Adaption. Interesting. I don't usually see Adaption. So I thought that kind of looked weird, but I wasn't willing to guess it was Adaption. Adaptation. I actually think it's Adaptation if I wanted to pronounce it correctly. Okay, the kill combos coming out of under new management is insane. Like, I'm not really seeing anything happen. Oh, that's a bad. Getting hit by ults is bad, officially. This is the high-quality commentary that you come to a Rocket stream for. And that is going to be the first keep of the game, or, in the words of Alarak, your keep has been taken. Oh, the irony. Duck coming down here being like, I hate this tower? The rest of my team is trying to end the game, but I'm trying to kill this one tower? That tower killed my father? Alright, and that is going to be the Gustav, and that is going to disengage, and we do have game number 1 going in favor of under new management. So, looking at the stats at the end of the first game, we do have in terms of hero damage, Shadow Droid leading the way with 29,000, Greymane right behind with 27, and 21,000 coming out of the Imperious. Imperious? Healing-wise, my god, Lumi? Lumi healing for 43,000 damage over the course of the game, almost doubling the 22,000 coming out of Arlu. Now, here's the thing, that is not an Arlu problem, necessarily, because you guys saw it as well as I did. That team did not do damage. That team got kills. They had such good combos that they would just 100 to 0 people. And Malfurion especially is a bad healer into that. Malfurion is a great healer into like poke comps because he is very mana efficient with his heal over times. But when they're just dump trucking damage on top of your head, Malfurion has a hard time pushing that back. So it's not so much that Malfurion wasn't healing, it's that the people Malfurion was healing kept dying before his healing really came online. In terms of side soak, we do have Birdie leading the way. Birdie on the Birdie. Talents, we got those. Here they are. Copy them down. Take them into Storm League. It's being weird, honestly, because if I go in to change my cursor, usually I can go and like change the cursor. Oh, it actually did this time. It was not doing that before. And I was like, I guess I just have that cursor. Cool. But with that being said, I will see you in game number 2. Don't go anywhere. After these messages, we'll be right back. Oh, hi. We're here in game number 1. Obviously, under new management did win the first game and is trying to close the series out with a 2-0 victory. However, trying to stop them is Start Slow and Taper Off. Start Slow has taken first pick this time around. Here, you want to not? So Anduin being the first one out, they're trying to take away that, because that was the thing, like, a lot of times they would try and go in for a kill, and Anduin just keeps repositioning. Between the Anduin and the Falstad, it was very, very hard for them to get an engage going on. So they get rid of Anduin first, Stukov being the counter ban. A lot of healing attention going into this game number 2. One second, I have to be a pest. I don't have the ability to, like, not do things when they come to my mind.
My husband is dead.
There we go. Now I've lost chat. So we started off with looking at the healers. We ended up looking at the tanks. So Johanna and Diallo both taking it as well. They do take Vala first and foremost. Vala did get banned out by Start Slow and Taper Off last time. But that does mean they are not taking the early tank. There is still Brightwing up. And if Brightwing gets taken by their opponents, they're kind of stuck in the same area of the really, really, really good heroes are gone. Or healers, not heroes. Now that's not to say that, like, Deckard's a bad healer. That's not to say Malfearin's a bad healer, but all of them are very kind of like specific playstyles, but no, healer is not picked up by under new management either. Instead, they take Captain Blindy McBlindblind as well as Barbarian Rar. How annoying would it be if I tried to do that the whole game? Blindy McBlindblind and Barbarian Rar. Don't refer to anyone by their names. Happy Dragon coming out along with
A great destiny.
the only character in Heroes of the Storm who canonically got here after they died. All the other ones just sort of show up, but Varian very specifically was like, yeah, Varian got, like, killed in Azeroth and then showed up here and immediately went to a fight with Ragnaros. Alright, there's Blasé. Neither side having an offlaner just yet, but obviously tank and healer. But what am I talking? Yeah, Sony's not an offlaner now. I have spoken. So, will this be a tank or a healer? I would probably go for a healer in order to really, really, really reduce their options. Though really, both of them have, yeah, healer would get them up to 4. No, it would be both. Both would be 4 gone. And they say, screw you, Raka. I'm not doing either of what you say. I'm getting rid of the KTZ. Because KTZ isn't fun for me, which means I don't want to see. Alright, we do go and have a Garage coming out here. Oh, and Anna, unexpected healer to be sure. That's a very interesting combination, because Garage you definitely do not want to move into. Garage you want to poke down. Garage you want to poke down from afar. And then Anna, you really want, like, you want to take advantage of her Shrike stance in order to really, really, like, get in there and do a lot of damage to her. So it's like the two heroes require converse responses. Though Yrel can live basically forever in the back line, so that's an interesting pick into it. And then, of course, Varian. Varian can do a lot of, like, damage through shields. Although I don't know, like, Shattering Throw doesn't really work on Garage. Because it's shields, not, it's armor, not shields. I don't know about Colossus Smash. I think Colossus Smash actually go ahead and do decently. And let's fly indeed. Here we go into the Shire of Dragons. Sonya versus Yrel is an interesting pickup. Not necessarily a good one. Like, both of them, like, beat on each other. It's really, really hard for either one to finish off the other one. I do think Yrel has an advantage, especially in the actual dragon area, because there's just so much to smash Sonya into. Wait, who's the old man? Decker's not in this game. What are you talking about? Regardless, I will see you in game. Put your money where your mouth is. Predictions are up. What did I tell you? You see, it's not the first game of the that these guys have played, so they load relatively quickly. We do go and have representing under new management. We do have Duck coming out here onto the flying chicken. We do go ahead and get Sonya coming out here onto Birdie. Nope, Sonya coming out here being played by Birdie, not onto Birdie. We do have Garrosh being played by Silver, Alan by default on Cassia, and we do get Lumi coming out here on Anna checking in.
4, 3, 2.
Meanwhile, we do go ahead and have Varian. Varian's not an old man.
Dragon's wrath.
Coming out here, being played by Xenochrist. We do go have 0-day attack onto the Yrel, the Harley Quinn Yrel, the best Yrel. Honey Badger is not giving up on Brightwing. We do go and have Arlu playing the Valhalla, and then Shadow Droid is playing Jaina in the best skin. Maybe not the best coloration, but I really like that skin from Jaina, though I'm also a big fan of the Dreadlord Jaina. Here comes Birdie. A little bit of damage to 0-day, driving them back. Not gonna be lasting damage though. We have Alan in the middle, which is a bit. Yeah, Alan, you've got Sonya coming out. Is Sonya going all the way down? No, they're just like double soaking this, and I don't mean double soaking as in just soaking 2 lanes. I mean there's 2 of them soaking. You know what? It's technically not an incorrect usage.
Worthy to wield the Dragon Knight's power? Prove it. Take control of the shrines. Capture the shrines, inherit the Dragon Knight's power, and lay waste to this forsaken kingdom.
Alright, they are moving through. We're looking to see if anyone was down below, but the answer appears to be no. Duck taking a bunch of damage. I'm not quite sure what happened. I think Duck was like, well, Lumi's nearby. If I don't move, then Lumi can get easy shots on me. So I'll just take the damage, let Lumi heal me. And I don't think Lumi was quite part of that discussion. Like, did not 100% know that what was happening. So we do go and have this camp pushing in very aggressively. Now Birdie can clean that up, especially if 0-day wanders off. And then they walked away. Although Birdie is not looking super healthy. Sipping the healing fountains of the Moonwell. Looking at our never won challenge, that seems generous. We do go ahead and have Gathering Storm being picked up by Falsehead, already up to 18 stacks out of 20. We do go on the Creed of the Headhunter. Creed of the Hunter, not Headhunter, up to 9 stacks. And then we do get Fingers of Frost. Yeah, Mulby, I think Varian's younger than you. I don't know that for a fact, but I'm pretty heckin' sure. A lot of damage, did not quite take out. but we do go ahead and have this being picked up. Here comes Falstad. Falstad trying for the channel. Just stay on just a little bit longer, guys. Just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. You're my kind of dragon. So big and so strong. It will march down the lane and we'll get along. Because it's a dragon. Now this dragon is being like Vala fodder, like, because the thing is that is still controlled by a hero, so it does count if Vala auto attacks it, and Vala just getting all kinds of free stacks off of it. Meanwhile, Sonya just up here pushing toward the little Heart's Intent. Sonya did take Furious Blow, so was able to push very, very well. Shadow Ground as well, and then Poison Spear. Alright, both teams going ahead and picking this up. I'm actually not sure that's true. I was in my head thinking that Varian was like, 35 or so, but I'm like, wait, at the time Varian died, Anduin was a full-ass adult? So, probably not. Probably in his 40s. I still don't think that qualifies as an old man, though. Alright, lots of damage on the Garage, Low Toast Garage, so much coming in. Was looking in. I do like that. Silver did not realize that Varian was in that bush, in the bushes. It's so funny to watch Garage actually pick up a healing fountain, and then their armor just, like, drops. Like, I understand why it happens, of course, but it's so funny. Birdie.
Control the shrines and make use of it.
It is interesting that Birdie is in a game, and Falstad was picked up by Birdie's team, but Birdie is not playing it. It was so appropriate that Birdie was playing the Falstad.
Avenge my husband. Earn his power and destroy your enemies.
Under Newb management being heckin' loots. Oh, Yrel. Yeah, that was... Okay, does go ahead and have to use their ult. Takes a lot of absorption. Here comes the entire enemy team. They are moving back. I think they were going for that gank, but they did not quite get the gank because the rest of the team showed up and said, hey, yo. Malby, that is fair, but the question is, do you consider Varian an old man? By contrast, do you consider yourself an old man? Alright, so we do go now under Newb management doing a very good job controlling this game, but they're actually having a hard time pushing in. They've taken the Dragon Knight twice, and they've taken out some walls, but none of the, keep, or none of the forts are even really that damaged. This one is the most damaged one, being down, 15,000? 20,000? 19,000? Look at me doing math on stream.
I have seen enough. For now.
Zero day? You mad lad? just casually running into the entire enemy team. Granted, that is just like just Yrel things. Yrel might be the most unkillable hero in the game, and that is, of course, you know, considering the fact that Leoric exists. And Semro exists. Actually, Semro might be more unkillable than Yrel. I hadn't thought about Semro when I first made that statement. Would you go and have this being taken in the bottom? Both sides are level 13, but right as I say that, level 14 is picked up by under Newb management. Looking at our ults, so we've seen them used several times. I haven't actually called out. We do have Mighty Gust, Leap, Warlord's Challenge, Eye of Horus, and Ball Lightning. On the other side of the battlefield, Ardent Defender, Rain of Vengeance, Ring of Frost, Link Heal, and Shield Wall. Protected, by the way. Invulnerable, by the way.
Prepare yourselves, heroes. The shrines will soon be active again.
There's the big old taunt. Ring of Frost coming down, and that is a dead orc. It took 2 ults, but the orc is gone. Oh, and they're looking after Lumi. Nice disengagement gust coming out of Duck. Zero-day attack comes up to the top, but nope. We are 3 seconds from altars, although it doesn't look like they're actually moving towards top altar just yet.
The Dragon Knight's power.
Instead, we've got Sonya over here taking out this camp. Meanwhile, down below, there is a push happening. Hey, welcome back, Garage. That is the thing, as the Vala continues stacking, and the Vala, I don't believe, has died yet. Only 1 kill, and that was Jaina, yeah. So, the Vala hasn't died yet, and the Vala is now up, like, just continues to do damage faster and faster and faster, and Vala almost has Manticore. Manticore, with the attack speed, if you haven't died very much, is devastating, especially to a Garage, and they are almost level 16. Arlo almost got it. They were thinking the same thing I was. They were like, Manticore is very, very dangerous. They did go ahead and knock them down to 20% bonus attack speed, down for 25. I'm assuming, yeah, it did take Manticore. Every third attack, does 5% of their maximum health is damage. That will shred, but it'll shred a little bit slower now. 5% slower. Is that how you say that? When it goes from 125% to 120%, is it 5% slower? Or do you have to say it's some other one because you have to base it on 100? Right at top, we looks like we have a bit of a skirmish. Zero Day is moving through, but Honey Badger came up. But that does mean Honey Badger is not around, which might be a good chance to engage, although it does look like the rest of the team was not within vision, so they don't really know where to engage into. They're now threatening Dragon Knight again. I shouldn't say again because they haven't picked it up yet. The first 2 Dragon Knights were both the side of under Newb management, but now it is start slow then taper off. No one can get caught by that, but Garage does go down. So Garrosh goes ahead and heads back to the Hall of Storms, up to 146, not quite up that third level of the quest. All right, there comes Brightwing coming in. We've got the battle of Birdie versus Brightwing. Honey Badger against Duck. Absorption Shield. And actually, I really thought they would be able to get that, but they weren't quite able to. Lumi showing up just in the nick of time, saving Duck. We will not be having Swift feeding for dinner. There's a place called Dinosaur Barbecue and I want to go to it now. Help. Alright, we do have Falstad taking out a fort, but the middle fort is gone on the side of under Newb management. We do go and have the Dragonite going down. They are pushing this back though. Taking control as much as they can, especially with the Yrel just now coming back up. Both sides picking up Merc camps right now. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Okay, they do come out and they're now fighting under spell armor. This might be terrible. I would have actually stood and fight that if I had spell armor. It's level 20 on both sides. I think level 20 was just now picked up. There we have another fort going down, but being traded out. So at this point, all the forts are gone, except for this one down here at the lower side. It still has about 4,000 health. Big taunt going on. Yeah, Birdie, you got nowhere to go. All dressed up with nowhere to go. Looks like Cassia's next to go. Don't run away, you're Cassia. You'll be okay. Wait, maybe not. That was a double kill on the side of Star Salute Pro, who have definitely been much more dominant than last game. Last game they only got one kill all game. This time they are actually leading their opponents in kills. Okay, I don't think they'll have time to pick this up because we do have Garrosh King at the point right now. They will cap this before they take this back, but, yep. However, Garrosh might be in a smidge of trouble. Alright, and the goat's becoming a dragon in just a second. Oh, you jerk! Yeah, Zero Day, like, is there anywhere I can go and know that's a perfect angle? And Sonya takes top? Oh, that is mean but hilarious. Meanwhile, however, we do go and have a push going into the bottom lane. They're like, you know what, you won't let us be a dragon, that's okay. All right, Birdie going in. I love that you got this, the ring coming out of the Jaina being like, you can't go anywhere. And then Sonya jumps in and being like, you can't go anywhere either. Sonya does pay for her mistakes, and that is a second death for Vala. It is 2 for 2 so far. Slightly lower health bars on the side of under new management. And there is the... Yrel jumps in, Garrosh throws out. Yrel jumps in, Garrosh throws out. Keep in mind, every time Vala dies, that's actually lowering her Manticore potential quite a bit. Alright, we do go ahead and have... Oh, nice. Honey Badger manages to get away far enough that they stop taking damage from that ball lightning. Because that is, of course, an infinite ball lightning at this point. We do go ahead and have Protected by the Way on Xenochrist, and no one actually goes down. A little bit of a skirmish, and now everyone is coming back into play. Silver tries to get that, but there's a big push in, lots of damage, absorption shields comes up, but I was gonna say, yeah, don't let false attack get to the other side of you. Zero attack, 0 day attack. That was a really, really, really nice Ariat crater. There was nowhere they could go, and that is going to be a trippy kill. Kill lead now going the way of under new management. However, Vala says, as the final FU, I'm going to be a dragon, what are you going to do about it? Although Vala can't actually go anywhere, or Vala... Because that's the thing, other heroes might be able to go in and justify, you know what, I'll go in and take some damage, but I'll get a lot of structure damage. But Vala does not want to lose that death, and will absolutely get incinerated if they go out to the other side of the map. Right now, they do still have, I believe, 15% attack speed. I think they've only died twice. And we do have almost everyone coming back in, except for the Jaina that got picked off a little bit later. Alright, Xenochrist being isolated. That is Varian, who does have Protected by the Way. Able to take a lot of that damage. But there comes Area Crater again! Like, I almost never see Area Crater, and I need to see it more if, like, this is the average game. Because that's doing a really, really good job of isolating. The thing is, I feel like they're waiting for Brightwing to go in, and then they're just going to be like, I'm going to leave both Brightwing and Brightwing's heal target in a box. For those of you that do not have Amazon, are not subbed to the channel and have to see ads every once in a while, I did absolutely just remind myself of stealing from me. You're going home in a box? Stop with nowhere to go.
Dragon Knight's ancient strength. vengeance
I actually noticed that before. Did you just see how the Dragon Knight like phases into existence? Because after he walks off, he's not on the pedestal anymore. He just sort of like shows up. I do not unfortunately know that we will get a chance to see it again this game, because the game may end the next time someone gets Dragon Knight. Alright, they are looking to move in here. Oh man, Zero Day has no chill. Zero Day has zero chill, although they need to be a little bit careful. They don't want to get caught too much here. They're moving on Birdie. Nice stop on the Zero Day. Oh, I thought Birdie was out, but apparently not. There they go, going out real quick. There is a root onto the Cassia. Alan by default trying to go ahead and get out of there, but gets frozen, and that's going to be a double kill onto our blue team. So say, but... Oh, it's a base race, but the Dragon Knight is strong. I don't know that it's that strong. I don't know that they can keep up with this much, especially with Sonya going down and only Lumi left to tell the tale. Lumi can deal with this a little bit by putting people to sleep and not waking them up, but this is going to be a base race, and this is a very, very rough base race. Did come up here, has to knock this down, but their opponents are already on core. Lumi is back up. Falstad is up, but Falstad is the dragon. And we are, game number 2 is going to go to the side of Start Slow Then Taper Off, and we are headed to a game 3 for the rubber match. So, looking at the stats at the end of the second game, we do get to level 20 this time. Man, we got to level 25 this time. Hello, hello, hello. We do go and have Cassia burying the other team in damage. Does 106,000 damage over the course of the game. We have Arlu coming out with 67,000 and Sonya with 49. In terms of healing, Dead Heat. I mean, yeah, you could be like, that's an 8,000. It's 109 to 101. That is really close. We do go and have 109,000 healing coming out of Lumi. Honey Badger comes in with 101,000. And then we do go and have it in terms of experience. Duck leading the way with 37,000. Significantly outdoing both the actual offlaners of Sonya and Yrel, which were basically even. Talents? That seems generous. I'm sorry, it's stuck in my head. I can't do anything about it. We do go ahead and have a Ducky Falstad leading the way. Here they are. I'm not going to go over all the talents. I will go ahead and say it looks like Birdie went with a slam build. Spear into No Escape and Giant Slammer. So really, 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 what is the Giant Slammer for? I guess the Yrel? That's a surprising pick there. I usually see that if you have like a Diablo on the other team or a Garage, but this team doesn't really feel like it needs it. I don't play Yrel, so I can't comment, but I will see you in just a second for game number 3. again for game number 3. We're going to Infernal Shrines. I'm not grumpy about it, but I'm also just meh. So sick of Infernal Shrines. Here, you wanna not be dumb? I'd appreciate it. I'm too self-conscious about my hair. It's a problem, and I know it's a problem. Every day I'm shuffling. Alright. Well, good. I was going to complain that in game number 1, Birdie was playing the bird, and game number 2, Birdie was not playing the bird. I'm like, you gotta quit doing this to me. So I won't have to keep up with whether Birdie is on the bird or not, with Birdie being, with the bird being banned out. The bird ban. We do go and have Johanna being banned out. We are here on Infernal Shrines. Please fill up the cup. Da da da. I do have Garage and Valhalla coming out here. And by coming out, I mean being banned out. I don't blame the Garage really made it awkward for Star Slow and Taper off to engage. And then, yeah, that Vala, it's kind of funny they banned Garage, and then they banned Garage's counter. I don't want you to have Vala, or I don't want you to have Garage. Okay, well, I don't want you to have the Garage killer. It's like, okay, we already kept you from having Garage, I don't care. Stooky Dookie coming out here. Stukov has been banned out in the first phase, both games so far. So... Anduin is also up, and indeed we have Lumitang Anduin, so it is zombie healer versus best boy healer. We have Birdie on the blaze. Birdie on the blaze. Hogger coming out here. Tychus coming out there, being played by Arlu. Tychus is interesting. Does that mean that we have a Diablo coming? Obviously, Tychus makes it less likely to see a Diablo on the other side, and definitely means we won't see a Deathwing or a Cho'Gall. Alright, KTZ. So, staying with the KTZ ban, we do have a Newb as well, so a lot of Scourge heroes being removed, I've got to say. Stukov is not a Scourge hero, but does he have like a, like honorary pass to get into Scourge places? Because I feel like Stukov is really close to being a member of the Scourge, and I feel like he could probably just like walk through and people are like, yeah, you know what, probably. We'll have to see what Sylvanas gets to do. Sylvanas and Arthas, the remaining Scourge heroes, as far as I remember. I guess Mal'Ganis as well. Yeah, Mal'Ganis probably. I mean, Mal'Ganis isn't part of the Scourge, but Dreadlords are. So it's like, does that count? I'm asking all the real questions. Before you ask, though, Stitches is not a Scourge hero. Has no affiliation.
Worth fighting for.
I guess that's a good point, actually. If I want to say Stitches doesn't count, then Mal'Ganis shouldn't count. Get up, get down, let your booty touch the ground. So here we go. The battle of ETC versus May. The battle of Hogger versus Blaze. Battle of Stukov versus Anduin. I will see you in the game. Last prediction is up now. Put your money where your mouth is. Impress me with your acumen. And enjoy the game. That's an order. Here we come into the rubber match, the third and final game of our series. Coming in on the side of under Newb management, the necropolis of... I don't know a good N-word that means, like, domination. Anyway, I still don't. I tried to think of it. I should have thought of that. I couldn't think of one for you, and so I went to in. I'm like, in is not any better. Birdie coming out with the Blaze. We do have Alan by default on the Greymane. We do have ETC coming out on Silver. Duck is going to be playing the Mephisto, and then Lumi is on the Anduin. Meanwhile, on the other side of the battlefield, the Soldiers of Strife start slow, then taper off. See, S I've got one for. We do go and have Shadow Droid coming out here on the May. 0-day attack on the Hogair. We do have Honey Badger on Stukov. Arlu is going to come out here on the Tychus. Okay, you know what? Tychus is also a Scourge hero under that skin. I'll give it to them. And then Xenochrist is going to be playing the Tassaface. So going back and forth, we do go ahead and have a little bit of an engagement coming up here. 0-day attack fighting against Birdie Bird. So we do go ahead and have the Hogger Took on the prowl. So is not actually, like, I was wondering if, because whenever I play against a Hogger, I hate whenever they take the thing that they get more and more health, the more they hit me with explosives. Because if I have to stand still as Blaze, that could be really, really bad. Here's Silver coming in. Hogger is in the area, keeping them out, and this was picked up. A lot of damage onto Silver. Silver goes ahead and beats a hasty retreat. The hastiest of retreats. They had a contest, and that retreat won. It is the hastiest. Arlu moving down. Bit of a surprise. Like, yeah, here goes what's... They're like, you can't do that. That's illegal. Duck takes a bunch of damage. Arlu is not getting this taken care of super, super, super fast. Alan by default, they're just fighting the area, keeping them from actually going down. No, Arlu does pull back. And that's going to be the first blood on the side of under Newb management. Nice move in by Silver. Silver just kind of shows up and says, hey, by the way, you don't get to move. And you know one of the things that Greymane likes best? Opponents that can't move?
The shrine will be active soon.
Birdie up here fighting against 0-day attack. I don't know why I like his name so much, but I do. His name is very musical, especially when I sing it. Which is a weird criteria. Is it musical when you sing it? Well, I mean, by default, yeah. Alright, Arlu kind of went on a world tour real quick. Oh, but there's Hogger setting up the Godspin. Wait, why did you give them Hogger on this map of all maps? Dun 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 dun. So we're having steak tonight as ETC goes down. Which hero is the tastiest? Here's the Storm. I kind of feel like Lunara probably is. I feel like Lunara is, like, venison is so good.
Summoned an arcane punisher.
I actually did not think Alan would survive that. I was just sitting there waiting to call Alan's death. Which is getting back. I should be talking about, oh no, Alan trying to get out of here, but I hate calling attention to someone as they die. It feels like bullying. I'm not a bully. We have this Arcane Punisher moving in here. Got the fort to about half health, and there goes the front wall. I will say this map does have my like the funniest and dumbest voice line. Here's the storm, as far as I'm concerned. There's a point, and it doesn't show up when you're casting, but it shows up when you're playing. Sometimes, when you're playing as the demons, the demon will come by and be like, "The angel could not stop me. None of you can." And what's really funny is sometimes he'll say that when Diablo is in the match, and you're like, I feel like Diablo can stop you. Like, I don't know where your like ranking is in the Legions of Hell, but I think it's probably less than Prime Evil. Hi, Zero Day. This is what we call a big old hello. So they did lose Zero Day to the gank of Underdue Management, but on the other side, bye-bye, Tassaface. So Tassaface goes down. Honey Badger trying to get out of there. Lots of damage coming in from the Mephisto. Getting in there. Honey Badger will not go down. And Arlu, it looks like pretty safe. Shadow Droid does get rooted, but not going to be too much. There's the Siege Bunker coming down. We've got beef in the Siege Bunker. That's steak. That's not beef. You don't get beef from cows, do you? Where does beef come from? Help. I am not a culinician. Do. No, Birdie not going to check. Birdie might be like, I wonder where Hogger went. He's going to figure it out real quick. Oh, I thought they were coming up this way. Thank you, Xenochrist. I am nice. Xenochrist is not such a good person. Oh, did realize it, but not in time to actually stop it. But that will drastically lower the amount of effectiveness it gets. But that is 3 minutes until that is back up. Okay, I thought so. For some reason I said beef and I was like, wait, but then what's steak? We shouldn't have multiple meats from the same animal. That's why ham, bacon, and pork come from different animals. Alright, there's a big fight happening here. They've just kind of like ignored Hogger up top. Hogger's just taking this, and I don't think there's anything being done. Xenochrist takes a bunch of damage. There goes Tassaface going down, and that is a retreat coming out of the side of Southern Sephiroth. Underdue Management is moving forward, but meanwhile, my name is Hogger, and I like to bounce. Although not getting the God bounce, apparently. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, everyone is back up at this point. Hogger up to 31 up top. But meanwhile, Birdie and Alan by default are going ahead and pushing through this structure. And here comes a Frozen Punisher. Oh, interesting. I did not know that, although it makes sense. Yeah, actually, because I've heard of like crocodile steak. love how these teams just don't necessarily like want to fight in the same place. I'm trying to keep up with the action. It's really hard because the action is everywhere. Oh, they're hunting for Tychus? They're hunting for Tychus. Although, apparently Duck was like, okay, hunt is done. Okay, that actually makes sense. Duck was like, we need to save this. I don't care about trying to kill Tychus. We're down to 600 health on, this fort. Alright, does look like they take this one. We're about a minute away from this camp coming back. Yeah, Mobby, you're quick to say that. I can't believe you would disassociate from Jason that easily. Jason's your friend. Maybe Honey Badger should have given up. I'm so sorry. I make that joke all the time. Decent bit of damage there. We do end up with still all the structures standing except for this one that got taken out. This one pretty weak, down to about 6,000 health. This one even weaker and possibly about to go down. Oh my god, it's at 100 health? That would drive me crazy. So that was they did go ahead and use up their Mosh on that. Mosh is going to be down for 2 minutes, and they did not get anything out of it. Now, their opponents did go ahead and do not have Hogger or Tacitar's ult, but they do still have Odin and swiping.
The shrine gathers power. Claim it in my name.
Jason's actually one of my best friends, which can tell you how much I think of him. My brain is like, give me a cannibal name, and you're like, okay, use Jason. That's why he's so skinny. Alright, Ellen by default going ahead and just making short work of these guys. Greymane is so good at this. Arlen coming in from the side. Big ol' swippity swipe coming out of Stukov. There's a nice stun from Birdie. They're very, very, very low. But again, I kind of feel like under Newb management is one of these teams that if the engage doesn't work, they start having a really, really hard time after that because they don't have their tools anymore. You're a goober. Go to bed.
Summoned a mortar punisher.
There's the Mortar Punisher. Mortar Punisher is pushing down the bottom lane. It is accompanied by Duck. Mortar Punisher is so interesting in that it's going to be useful. It's useful to be the third one that comes out because you want to, like, it is the one that is best to push with. It does so much damage to buildings. There's a nice ice wall, gets May out of there, but Tychus is down. This might be the end of the game. We do have under Newb management starting to push their way. Okay, I'm actually surprised. Usually, I mean, the mortar things go through and they're pretty easy to avoid, but obviously buildings can't really dodge very well. There's a big old stun coming down onto zero-day attack. Hogger trying to get out of there. That Punisher is pissed. It does look like we have a retreat coming from our blue team, so this will not be the end of the game, but they do get the shields down to 78% so far. Make that 73% with that last hurrah coming out of the Punisher. There goes yet another fort. Now we need to be very, very careful. Of course, level 20 is unlocked for under new management. So Star Skull and Taper Off really cannot spend risk fighting them for another level and a little bit. They need to get 20 as well. And then also, because if they get, not only are they at a disadvantage, but if they lose a fight significantly, their opponents do have a win condition lined up. They just have to run through the bottom lane. They are level 20 at this point. Yeah, under new management really, really wants this fight if they can get it. Like, they have the advantage for another about quarter level. At 20, they do potentially run the risk. And especially at 20, Hogger gets Hog Wild. Tassadar's Black Hole gets a lot stronger. Odin gets the ability to nuke, which combined with the Black Hole being stronger is a problem. I'm not sure what Stukov will take. And then May. Doesn't May get the reset? That I'm not sure about. I don't play May. It's not going to be May, but here we're going to find out. So, oh, Taz took Force Barrier. Okay, that makes sense. Especially because you can use that to kind of trap a lot of the enemy heroes. We do have Power Spike. Oh, does not take Hog Wild. I just was all kinds of... Big red button does come out. Controlled Chaos and the big one. Those stun coming through, and there is nice big red button. We do go and have Stukov going down super, super low on the ETC. There's a fight. Ice Wall comes out. There's the big old nuke. Nuke lands on Duck. Going to be goosing this Duck in just a second. There's another nuke coming down. Goes ahead and takes out Blaze. It is 1-for-1 at this point, but we do have a stun coming down, and that is going to be a dead Hogger. They're moving up for this Arcane Punisher. Meanwhile, in the middle of the map, there is a mercenary camp pushing in on one of the remaining keeps. Shadow Droid is coming down in order to try and deal with that.
Red team's core is under attack.
Oh yeah, is that 5 catapults?
Blue team has summoned an arcane punisher.
That was at least 4. I think that was 5. Lots of damage coming through. We do go and have the Punisher. Punisher has already jumped over the wall. I was like, where is he? Punisher went deep. There's the ice wall. Ice wall is just a zoning ice wall. Shadow Droid is deep under enemy lines. Let's go ahead and ice stop. Trying to go ahead and keep into this. But keep in mind there is continuous cannibal pressure coming down to the bottom lane. It's starting to build up. We do go ahead and have the Punisher going down. The keep also goes down. There's the protected, by the way, on the Anduin. Anduin waited, saw the black hole come out, and just immediately popped it.
Red team's core is under attack.
So red team did actually win that fight. They did get a kill and did not lose anything. Tychus is going back and dealing with these guys. Will not actually take any additional structure damage. Was obviously a 73 before and will remain there. Tychus not quite here just yet. And they did get that camp. But yeah, with Anduin being down there, like, we don't want to actually fight them, get out of there. I say that I don't want to fight, I'm not positive that's true. Oh, Greymane's not with them either. They definitely don't want to fight without Greymane. This game is so tense. I'm so glad I don't have a cast at 11. My next cast at 11:30 because we need this extra time. I'm a little bit worried because tomorrow I have exactly the hour and 45 minutes we need. Alright, lots of damage coming through. Silence comes down in order to stop that. And Shadow Droid managed to endure. We are now without ETC for another 2 minutes. ETC, what did you take? You took Bolt of the Storm. Try and activate in 5 seconds. They are moving to go ahead and create top lane pressure. Meanwhile, this will be a frozen Punisher. Very, very, very devastating, but someone's going to have to go back and deal with that. Maybe not immediately, but pretty darn quick. Oh, but they're actually moving in without Mephisto. This could be a big mistake. There is the black hole coming through. Gets inside the bunker real quick, and Mephisto arrives. Yeah, May was probably hitting that, but with silence, and not able to actually use it. But there goes Tychus as well. That is 2 for none. There's the stun onto the Hager. Hager is not made. It cannot survive this. And this does look like it's going to be a victory for Underdoomed Management into game number 3. Super, super, super close. But the shields are gone, and we've got the this moving in. We do go ahead and have the other team just running in, ignoring this keep. The shield, we are down to 34%. GG is called, and we have game number 3 going in favor of Underdue Management. Let me see if I can set up an interview real quick. 1 second. And we are back. I do not know if anyone will be joining me. I know their captain was not available, so they might not, but it is up to them. While we wait and find out, though, we do go and have, in terms of damage, Mephisto leading the way, Duck coming out with a ton of damage, and I am joined by Silver. Hello, hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
We're doing good. We're happy with the win. Yeah, it was a little rough because we had the sub, but we're happy we pulled through.
Yeah, those were definitely some very, very back and forth games. Going back to game number 1, I will say was the most dominant of the series. I think you only gave up 1 kill. What changed going into games 2 and 3? Did they kind of like start counting your draft a bit better, or was it just less map familiarity?
I think it was a bit of a mix. We kind of chose Cursed Hollow because we kind of know how to play it very well, and we thought we had a really good draft going in on it, so it was just really clean and easy to kill them. As opposed to game 2, like we kind of made a game of it at the end, but like as the Garrosh player, it was rough when you're not allowed to throw anyone because our DPS I think was Falstad and Cassia, and it was just not enough to kill the Varian. Well, in the meantime, I think past 10 they had enough DPS to just blow up the Garrosh. So it was just I think it was just a mix of comps with we chose a little more team fighty maps, which made it hard on us.
Yeah, I feel like in game number 2, you held your own, you held them back, but like you said, at 10 they started being more deadly, and then you started trying to pick off the Vala, but I think you only got her twice during the game, and once she got Manticore, it was just really, really, really rough to be a Garrosh.
Yeah, I mean, like I think we made the right call at the end there, which was that we learned that we win fights with the Gust Leap combo, and I think we managed to do that twice or 3 times at the end. But then Sonya came for a flank, and I think Urel saw it, and they caught her out, which then led to a cascading death, which ended the game. But yeah, no, the typical win conditions of the Garrosh of get a throw was just like not allowed that game. Like they did a really good job of countering it.
The other question I had, because you absolutely gave me a conniption, why did you have Birdie playing Falstad in game 1 and then still took Falstad but did not have Birdie on it in game 2? His name is Birdie!
Yeah, well, Duck's a bird. You know, like, they were all part of Tricky Gooses at one point. They're all bird-themed. They kind of merge in my head, all right? You know, it's just how it goes.
Moving on to game number 3, on to Infernal. Game number 3 was interesting because especially there was a point during the game where they had Hogger up at the top taking the shrine, and you guys just did not care about the objective at all. Like, there was just this prolonged team fight going on at the bottom lane.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of like we stood back, we saw Hogger top, and we realized we had such a hard time early game of dethroning him on that first objective, and it's kind of probably why AI died and we lost it. So we kind of thought if he set up, we should just give. We probably start to get more like power bot and mid, and I think we did. And also the early game Punishers are one of the weakest like bosses or whatever objectives in the game. So we kind of thought with Greymane and keeping them bot that it probably would wind up someone neutral, and we were right. Like I don't think they took top off of that, if I recall.
No, they got.
Maybe they did.
They got the wall, and they got about half the keep, but they did not actually get the keep.
Yeah, so we were fine there as long as we didn't lose the top fort, and I think we also got a wall and half a fort between mid and bot. Yeah.
And then the last question, I always ask a variation of this: why is your team called Under Newb Management?
I'll let the audience make the conclusions, but we were late to this thing, and we did have our leader did say he was coming, then not coming, and we had to tell our sub to leave, then come back. You know, like we're very good at management. Is I think just the way to go about it.
All right. So those are all the questions I had for you. I'll go and turn it over to you for any shout outs you might want to give.
Yeah, no, shout out to the team. A special shout out to Duck because he came on for us, even though I don't know if he even likes playing the game, let alone with us. So big thanks to him for coming out. Yeah, shout out to all friends and family who are waiting beside us. And yeah, I guess a shout out also, just a call out more to Liddell, I'll say, who could not be here with us.
Well, hopefully they make the next one. Enjoy. Thank you for the very, very entertaining game, and I will let you enjoy the after party.
All right, thank you.
For those of you that are still here and want more Here's the Storm action, I can't give you any right now, but what I can do is I can tell you that I'll be here in about 40 minutes. I'll be casting Sexy Mofos against, I just looked at this, Storm Probes. So that will be here at this channel at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. In the meantime, is there anyone I can raid into? Heldor might be casting, so we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I don't know why I turned that.